Hey, this is David Miller with the Miller Group of Keller Williams Realty. I'm here to help you get real estate smart. Today, we are talking about the new stats that came out, and woo, you're not going to believe what's happening in the local real estate market of Orlando. Before I talk about them, if you like what you hear, please share this with other people. Please subscribe to our page, and that way you can share it with other people and also get these clips automatically. All right, let's dive into the numbers here. So let's talk about inventory. Woo! Inventory's gone way up. If we compare it to last year, it's up 42%. That's a lot. If you compare it to last month, it's only 16%, but that's seasonality. Remember, we're comparing January to December, and in December, not many people like to sell their homes, but in January, everybody puts their houses on the market. Now that brings us to 7.7 months of inventory. Wow, that's a lot. We haven't had this much inventory since June of 2015. Now, why is that so high? I'm going to dig into the numbers because it's really not as high as we think it is. Remember, that tells us that's starting to be a buyer's market, which I've been saying for the past 3 months is where we're heading. Now, the reason it's so high is that more people are putting their houses on the market in January than they did this same time last year. Actually, 20% more. And if you compare it to January of 2023, it's 40% more. So there's more listings. How you determine the months of inventory, you take total listings and you divide it by what's selling. So those listings are higher. Now let's look at what's selling. That's been dropping quite a bit as well. January closings versus December closings were down 30%. Now that has a lot to do with seasonality. As you know, it takes 30 days to close on a home. So when people were shopping then, it's not going to close until January, and that is the slowest time of the year to purchase a house. But if you compare it to this same time last year, we're 12% lower, okay? A lot of that has to do with the interest rates. The average interest rate for January was 6.8%, okay? So that's still very low. So if you take more listings and divide it by less closings, that 7.7 months of inventory is what we're getting. I expect that to even out because we're gonna find there's been a lot of activity in the market since January. We've been seeing a lot of buyers out there. So as I mentioned, that 7.7 months of inventory is a little distorted because December is seasonality. Those closings occur here. So let's look forward. What is it going to look like next month? So what we like to look at is what's pending. Well, pending versus this same time last year is about the same. And from a seasonality perspective versus December, it's up 25%. That's what we're seeing right there. So I expect next month that the months of inventory is probably going to be 6 point something or 7 point something is what we're taking a look at. Once again, I'm going to break in here. If you like what you're hearing, please comment below so the YouTube trackers can get us in front of more people and more people can take advantage of it. We appreciate that. So how is this affecting the market? Well, if you're a seller, it's taking longer to sell. The average days on market, which is from when you put it on the market until it goes under contract, has gone up to 74 days. Now that's up 30% versus the same time last year. So that means if you're a seller, you have to price your house right and you have to have it in top showing condition. How is this affecting pricing? Well, pricing dropped 1.3% versus December. So it's dropped a little bit, not too much, but as I mentioned many times before, I'm expecting by the middle of this year or the end of this year, we're gonna start seeing pricing dropping. It's not gonna be like the Great Recession where things came crashing down, but there is definitely a correction that's gonna be taking place in the market. So once again, if you like what you're hearing, please like, please comment, share this with other people. We would really appreciate it. And if you need our help, please let us know. And we hope that you are now real estate smart.